Most men who begin retention are not warned about what comes next. At first, everything feels powerful. Your energy rises. Your focus sharpens. Your confidence grows. You feel like you finally unlocked something hidden inside you. But then, quietly, a problem appears. You still desire intimacy. You still want connection. You still want pleasure. Yet now, sex feels complicated. You either stop yourself and walk away unsatisfied, or you give in, finish too often, and feel like you just lost everything you worked for. At some point, you may even question whether retention is worth it at all. If you are in that place right now, listen carefully, because you are not weak, you are not broken, and you are not doing anything wrong. You are simply missing information that most men never receive. I've been exactly where you are, confused, frustrated, torn between power and pleasure, wanting the benefits of retention, but also wanting a real, fulfilling sex life. And I'm telling you this with certainty. There is a way to have both. Not by fighting your body, not by suppressing desire, not by pretending you don't want release, but by understanding how your system actually works. Here is the truth that changes everything. Orgasm and ejaculation are not the same event. They feel linked because we've been conditioned that way since our first sexual experiences, but biologically and neurologically, they are separate processes. Once you truly understand this, the entire retention journey shifts. You stop feeling trapped. You stop feeling deprived. You stop feeling like sex is something you must fear or avoid. Instead, sex becomes something you can enter with confidence, control, and balance. Most men believe orgasm means losing semen. That belief is the root of the problem. When you remove that belief, a new door opens. You realize that pleasure does not have to equal loss. Energy does not have to be drained. In fact, when done correctly, pleasure can increase your vitality instead of reducing it. This is not fantasy. This is trainable. It takes time, patience, and discipline, but it is real. Retention gives you energy, clarity, and presence. But retention without understanding sexual energy creates tension. Many men end up edging endlessly, convincing themselves they enjoy it, when deep down it feels incomplete. That frustration builds in the body. Eventually, it explodes, often in ways that undo progress. The goal is not to suppress. The goal is to circulate. Sexual energy is the strongest force you have. When you learn to move it instead of dumping it, your entire experience of life changes. From this moment forward, your approach to sex must shift. You no longer enter sex trying to take something. You enter sex with the mindset of giving. Giving attention, giving presence, giving energy. When you do this, something powerful happens. You stop chasing your own finish, and paradoxically, pleasure becomes deeper. Your partner feels it, you feel it. Sex becomes less about tension and more about flow. Before training anything, timing matters. Your body must be rested and nourished with retention energy. If you have been ejaculating frequently, you must allow space before attempting this. Think of it like rebuilding strength. When your system is depleted, control is weak. When your system is full, control becomes possible. This is not about strict rules. It's about listening to your body and respecting recovery. Once you are grounded, training begins with awareness. Not force, not willpower, awareness. You must learn to feel arousal as a rising wave instead of a race to the finish. Most men rush. You must slow down. Your breath becomes the key. As arousal builds, your breath must deepen and slow. Not shallow breathing in the chest, but steady breathing low in the body. Your attention should rest below the navel in a calm center. This anchor keeps you stable while pleasure rises. As you approach climax, do not panic. Panic causes loss. Instead, soften. Ease back slightly. Breathe. Then move forward again. This back and forth teaches your nervous system something new. It learns that intensity does not equal danger. Each time you do this, you gain more control. You begin to feel the edge more clearly. You learn where the true point of no return is. Pelvic floor control helps, but it is not about constant squeezing. It is about gentle engagement at key moments. Too much tension will sabotage you. Think of guiding energy upward, not locking it down. This distinction matters more than most realize. Then one day, something unexpected happens. Your body contracts rhythmically. Pleasure moves through you. There is a pulse, a wave, a release of sensation. But nothing spills. No semen, no crash. No sudden drop. At first, it may feel subtle. You may question whether it even counted. But it did. That was your first non-ejaculatory orgasm. Do not judge it. Do not rush to repeat it endlessly. This is the beginning, not the destination. At this stage, the sensation may be weaker than what you are used to. That is normal. Your body is learning a new pathway. Strength comes with repetition and restraint. If you immediately go back to frequent ejaculation, you weaken this new connection. Consistency is everything here. From this point forward, patience becomes your greatest ally. Each encounter reinforces the pattern. You breathe, you slow down, you approach the edge. You feel the wave without spilling. Over time, these orgasms become stronger, fuller, and more satisfying. Emotional release begins to appear as well, not just physical sensation. Eventually, the pleasure surpasses what ejaculation ever gave you, without the cost. There is another important lesson most people don't talk about. More is not always better. Even non-ejaculatory orgasms create pressure if overdone. Every body has limits. For me, too many in one session cause discomfort. I learned to respect that boundary. Usually, a few deep orgasms are enough when ejaculation is not planned. You must learn your own balance. Experience teaches this better than advice ever could. As training continues, everything becomes natural. You no longer think about breathing. You no longer consciously control muscles. The body remembers. Pleasure flows without effort. You stay present. You stay energized. Sex becomes playful, powerful, and grounded. Throughout this journey, one thing must remain clear. Ejaculation timing matters. If you release too often, your capacity weakens. If your orgasms feel weaker than before, it's usually a signal that recovery time is needed. This is not failure. It's feedback. Learn from it. Deprogramming takes time. You have spent years linking orgasm with ejaculation. Undoing that wiring requires patience. But once undone, you will wonder how you ever lived the old way. You will realize how limited that experience was. Most men never discover this. They live and die thinking loss equals pleasure. You now know better. Another warning must be shared. Training this alone, through habits that drain you, is not recommended. Your nervous system learns through context. If you train incorrectly, it can interfere with real intimacy. This path is about connection, presence, and shared energy, not isolation and compulsion. When you approach sex with generosity instead of greed, everything improves. Your partner feels safer, more open, more responsive. You feel calmer, more confident, more grounded. This shift alone transforms intimacy. This journey is not quick. It may take months. It may take longer. That does not matter. What matters is direction. Every step forward compounds. Every moment of awareness strengthens the system. You are not denying yourself pleasure. You are upgrading it. You are not suppressing desire. You are mastering it. You are not losing energy. You are learning how to keep it. Very few men walk this path. Even fewer stay patient long enough to reach the other side. But if you do, the reward is not just better sex. It is a stronger mind, a steadier body, and a deeper connection to yourself. Stay disciplined. Stay curious. Respect timing. Breathe deeply. Slow down. And most importantly, stop believing the lie that pleasure must cost you something. It doesn't. If you've made it this far, you already feel it. Something inside you knows this is real. Trust that. Train patiently, and let your experience teach you the rest.